Hi guys, PrOfSeS here, and today I will be showing you the best sets for the current released golden weapons. Keep in mind that currently 7 out of 9 golden weapons have been released. Maybe in the future we'll get to see the other 2 but until then let's just do builds for these 7 ones. So golden weapons are weapons which are designed not to be used in combat, and you should just sell them straight away. That's the whole point behind them. But today I'm here to change that. Golden weapons can indeed be decent if combined properly. Also, these weapons are in no way the best weapons, however they are something in between mid-game weapons and late-game weapons. Here are the necessary skills I used while making the builds. The first 3 ones are important because they give you more damage depending on your weapon type. So without further ado, let's begin. We are going to start with PrOfSeS Skewer. This dagger has very high attack speed, 161 damage, which is somewhere between medium and high. It has high mobility and small hitbox. However, the main downside of this dagger is no splash damage, and it has a death animation. This is the set I use to maximize the damage. The class I used is Rogue. However, you can also use Thief or you can use a Witch Doctor if you want more damage. I'd rather use this in PvE than PvP, so my final rating for this dagger is 5 out of 10. Next we have PrOfSeS Dual Blade, which in comparison with PrOfSeS Skewer has a bit less damage, but it can penetrate through one enemy. It has a death animation and no splash damage, which is a main downside. However, it has a really good hitbox, so in order to increase your chances of winning, I suggest you use Thief or Witch Doctor and not a rogue like me, so that you can get more multiple kill points in PvP. All in all, I suggest PrOfSeS Dual Blade instead of PrOfSeS Skewer, since it can at least penetrate through one enemy. I rate it 6 out of 10, and I would use it in both PvP and PvE if I was like in the middle of the game, if I wasn't the highest rank and if I didn't finish the whole campaign of the game. After PrOfSeS Dual Blade we have Gold Steel. This sword is actually pretty good for an item that is randomly dropped. It has 414 damage, 2% speed, 5% jump boost, 50% armor boost, death animation, average splash damage and medium attack speed. However, it does not penetrate through the enemies. The extra armor makes it really good for PvE, and splash damage makes it useful for PvP. My final rating for this sword is 6 out of 10. And then we have Royal Warstep, which has same splash damage and attack speed like Gold Steel, and it doesn't penetrate through the enemies. Damage wise, it is not the best option, but it's also definitely not bad. Let's just say that it is average. Final conclusion, this type could be definitely used in both PvP and PvP. Therefore, my final grade for this weapon is 5 out of 10. Coming up next is Fortune's Battle Axe. Unfortunately, this axe has only 220 damage, which is a lot lower than most axes of its category. It is, however, good that you can still achieve extremely high damage if you combine the proper equipment with it. Furthermore, this axe does not give you any speed or jump boost and has very low attack speed, which is a further downside of the axe. If I were you, I would just sell this axe straight away and never bother using it again in the future. So yeah, I think this is the only golden weapon so far that is so useless. The rest of them can be used, but this one is like, you can use it, but why would you if there is an extremely better option? So just sell it and that's it. My final rating is 3 out of 10. After the terrible axe we have Wealthy Smasher, which has 221 damage. Compared to the top tier hammers, this one has around 60 damage less, which is totally okay since it's a middle tier item. Wealthy Smasher has very low attack speed, gives you 70% armor and 2% jump impulse, which is more than the shitty axe. The biggest strength of the axe is it has very high splash damage, which makes it really good for PvP and PvE. Therefore, my rating for this item is 6 out of 10. And finally we have the spear named Golden Piercer. Damage wise it is pretty good. It gives you 20% armor, 4% speed, 3% jump, and it has low attack speed, no splash, and pierces through 4 enemies. It also has a death animation, but yeah, that's normal for spears. Anybody that watched my channel before knows what I think about spears, that I think that they are trash. So if you wanna hear more about it, be sure to check out this video. Anyways, I really don't think you should use this in PvP, however it is usable in PvE. Yeah, anyways, my final rating for this weapon is 4 out of 10. And that was all, guys. What do you think about the golden weapons? Are they useful for battles, or should we just sell them and use the money towards other builds? Let me know down in the comments, and if you have any more questions, be sure to ask me down in the comments, or you can join my Discord server. And yeah, anyways, I'll be seeing you later, guys. Bye!